Welcome to the final edition of Get to Know Your Warriors for the 2017 season. I'm Sports Information Director Jeff Weiss and joined by head coach Paul Winters. Paul, it's been a fun summer previewing all the positions, finally getting around to special teams. Let's start with a couple of veteran guys, Ronnie Brandt as a punt returner and also the long snapper. What can we expect from Ronnie in his senior year?
Well, he's a great long snapper, first of all. I think that's his most important job because our punt team, we want to make sure that we're executing that part of it. But he's a fantastic punt returner, too, because he consistently makes good decisions. He gets where the ball is. Even if it's not catchable, he gets everybody out of the way so we don't get a turnover.
Sounds good. Kickoff returns. Last year, Deontay Nicholas was explosive, to say the least. 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown against Walsh. And I believe he set the school record for kickoff return yards in a season. So I assume Deontay, now with a year of experience back there, can only get better?
I hope so. He did some great things, obviously. He was an all-league special teams player because of not only his kickoff returns, but his coverage on punt and everything else. I think, let's talk about the negative. We had a couple turnovers on our kickoff return, so we got to eliminate that. I'd rather have a 10-yard return than a fumble, so we just want to make sure we have the ball at the end of the play. But he and Darius Roberson are two guys that have explosive speed and can really change the game.
Yeah, my next question was going to be who else can we see back there? But obviously, I know Darius had a kickoff return at Ashland last year. Mm-hmm. Who else is in the mix back there?
Well, Demetrius Stinson's healthy and back, so we'll have him back there as a lead blocker and, occasional returner. And we've got some young guys that we're grooming for the future.
You mentioned before when we were talking about Ronnie Brandt about long snapping, Aaron Weston had been the snapper for PATs and field goals for, I think, 3 straight years. It seemed like forever. Who do you see fulfilling that role this year?
Redshirt freshman Justin Rao has been outstanding. He's a little bit bigger body than Ronnie, so we can use him on the extra point and field goal, and he'll stand in there and do a good job. But he's an outstanding snapper.
Punting last year, Kyle Muller kind of filled in when Paul was out injured. This year you brought in a freshman, Taylor McCarty. How has he looked during fall camp?
Fantastic. Taylor's been outstanding. I mean, he has a super strong leg. He does a great job of getting the ball up high on his normal punts, and then he does a great job of getting the ball to get a roll on his inside the 50 punt. So we're really excited about him.
Last year, PAT and field goal kicking was a little sporadic, I guess is a polite way to say it.
Wasn't good. It really wasn't good.
But you had four
Yeah.
four walk-on freshman kickers vying for a position when Paul went down with his injury.
And only 2 remain.
And Luke and Dylan are still here.
Yes.
What can you tell us about those guys during fall camp?
You know what? Luke has been off and on. I think he's not performed up to his expectation or mine. And just when I was starting to sour on him, he went out and had a fantastic day today. He kicked the ball extremely well, and the kind of strength and the kind of accuracy that he showed us last year in preparation for the season. So I hope he's gotten a rhythm now, and Dylan's been outstanding. Didn't have a great day today, but has been outstanding really for 2 weeks.
Sounds great. Well, thanks again for watching all these Warrior previews.